Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Kyrie Little, how are you? Thank you. Be number one tonight. Appreciate that. Whiskey Tango, thank you. Thank you for being number two. Come on in. Today, a couple hours ago, and it's not over yet, the U.S. troops, once again, Trump, seized the oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. What's going on? Does Trump want to take over Venezuela? We're going to talk about that. That's our topic tonight. Plus, I got other news we're going to talk about. So we're going to get into the homeless and certainly this, what's happening today off the coast of Venezuela. Also, too, we're going to be talking about Jasmine Crockett. Jasmine Crockett is out there making claims against Hispanic voters. So we're going to talk about that topic as well. Appreciate you guys being here on this Wednesday. Crazy. You know, we don't know exactly what's up Trump's sleeve, but, you know, he is taking poison. We're going to get into what he's doing, why he's doing this. So I'll wait for the YouTube algorithm to spit out and get more people in here. But once again, a tanker that was oil going to Iran. And the bottom line, guys, we're going to stay live for a little bit, but the bottom line, you're going to hear me say this about 100 times tonight. Whiskey Tango, thank you so much. I really appreciate you so many ways. Thank you. To basically cut off their resources. And we're going to get into why it needs to be cut off. And again, the Democrats, how many people have to lose their lives over poison? So we're going to watch this. I also have Trump talking about Venezuela and what he plans on taking out more. This was an oil tanker. I was going to say a boat. This wasn't a boat. This was an oil tanker. Operation Troops. Look how quick, guys. Look how quick. My goodness. God bless United States, huh? I mean, our troops quick? You know, those troops are Republican, Democrat, Independents, man. When it comes down to protecting us and duty orders, look at this. Taking the oil. That's what people are going to say. We're taking Venezuela oil. We're taking the oil. But we're not. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Hello, everybody. Let me turn the camera around. We'll be watching more of that.
This settlement check completely changed my life. And it came...
I appreciate you guys. We're going to listen in a little bit. Appreciate you guys being in here. Why this had to happen, and Trump will talk about it. Once again, Trump announces Caesar.
And good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Breaking news.
So yeah, anyhow, this happened today, and for me, it's not going to stop, right? And the bottom line, why is this happening? Why are we talking about it? Well, let me just say this. Trump is not trying to take over Venezuela. Or do you disagree? Yes or no? Do we think that Donald Trump, our 48th president, one of the top presidents in our lifetime, trying to take over Venezuela? What is he doing? Do you think that's what he's doing? I don't know. You think he's just... Do we have it wrong, or do I have it wrong? Do I have it wrong? He's not taking control of Venezuela, or is he trying to keep the nation safe from poison that's coming in here that leads to what? What does this poison do other than can kill people, family members of ours? But what else does it do? It's a racketeer. It's worse than the mob. What it does is it organizes crime, terrorism, domestic terrorism, and also sex trafficking. That's a whole... If we don't have a president like Donald Trump, that's what it leads to, ladies and gentlemen. What this does, basically, we're cutting off their resources. This tanker in Venezuela with oil, I don't know how much oil was on there. If somebody wants to look it up, I forgot to look that up. But this tanker was going to Iran because that's where the oil comes from. Now, CNN and some Democrats are saying that, well, Trump is stealing. Listen what I'm saying. This is how horrible. This is why Democrats lose. They're saying that Trump's trying to steal the oil from the tanker. He's trying to take the oil, right, from this tanker. How crazy that sounds, right? And the money, once again, this is important for everybody to know, to understand. The money they make off of narcotics, drugs, cocaine, fentanyl, and all these other drugs from China, Venezuela, Iran, is to fund terrorism and sex trafficking. This is a major racketeering. It has to stop. We cannot have a weak president. Hello, everybody. I'm Sal. We'll talk more about that. Also, we're going to jump into homeless, as I'm going to explain some of the homeless. We have a good video out today, and on the homeless, and we helped out a lady who's just real thin, 70-some years young. We helped her get a burger. I heard some criticism on that. Also, another guy who wanted a beer. I heard some stuff on that, but we're going to talk about that in between this topic. But I appreciate you guys being here. Like and subscribe. Once again, President Trump announces seizure of a Venezuelan oil tanker this afternoon, a couple hours ago, and he's not done yet. This is probably going to go on for the next couple of days or weeks to come. He'll do everything he has to do to destroy, if he has to destroy every single oil tanker in Venezuela and eliminate them from going to Iran, he'll do that. All right, I'm going to pull some comments out in a little bit, but we're going to watch this together. I don't know what news channel, ABC, affiliate ABC. Let's listen in to ABC as this broke about 3-4 hours ago.
To bring to you, President Donald Trump confirming that the United States has seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela.
As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela. Large tanker, very large.
Very large.
Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so.
I like how he says the words large. Very large. Right? How many times? Very large. Right?
You'll be seeing that later, and you'll be talking about that later with some other people.
Senior White House correspondent Selena Wang, also retired Lieutenant Colonel Rachel Van Landingham, joining me now for more. So, Selena, what more do we know about the seizure?
Yeah, Kira, well, we're just learning from a U.S. official that the U.S. Coast Guard seized that oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, but we didn't get any further details from the president or the White House beyond that soundbite you just played there. The president calling this the, quote, largest one.
We're going to stop for a pause for a second. We have a loyal subscriber and membership. Take over. No, seems to me he's trying to neutralize, then so they can't integrate our country with poison. Absolutely, Whiskey Tango. That's it there. In fact, I'm going to do something here. I'm hesitating. I'm going to pin that comment. Whiskey Tango, thank you so much. Pin that comment. That's exactly it right there, ladies and gentlemen. You know, let's turn the camera around and talk. Look, first of all, oops, I'm sorry. I'm not perfect here. For those who are coming in, thank you very much for being here. We're going to talk a little bit about the homeless, and so we're going to talk about this for about 40 minutes. Look, thank you, Whiskey Tango. Yeah, take it. Look, the bottom line is this. First of all, what is it going to take? How many people have to lose their lives? Our husbands, our grandmoms, our moms, our dads, whatever, sister and brother, lose their life from this poison coming over from these other countries. How much will it take for the Democrats? Okay, we don't support you, Trump, on a lot of things, but we support you on, ladies and gentlemen, this is nonsense. And I'm hearing reports that he's trying to steal the oil. As Whiskey Tango, read that comment. Look, it's to cut off the resources, because I just got done saying what it leads to. It's a whole racketeer. It leads to sex trafficking, so they can redo and more money into drugs. So if we can put a little bit of a dent, or a big dent, large boat, or excuse me, not a boat, an oil tanker, then that's what we're going to do. I appreciate you being here. Also, too, yes, we take care of the homeless, and yes, My wife is upset. And if they want a gosh darn beer, they're going to get a beer anyhow. So the man wants a beer, a homeless wants a beer, I'm going to get him a beer. And I'm sorry, I know my wife's upset for talking about this, but gosh darn it, they're going to get a beer anyhow. So, and I heard some grief on this lady today that a lady looked rich out there. First of all, who looks rich and who looks poor? I don't care if they are making money off the streets or if they look rich. If somebody is starving, I don't care if they're a damn Democrat, Republican, Independent, we are going to help our fellow Americans. And yes, so today I took a lady in for a burger. That's not a lot. And some French fries and a Coke. And you know, it was more than that. I continue to say sitting down having a conversation with a 74, 75-year-old lady. So yeah, I'm hearing some grief on that. And here I am getting my blood pressure up. So I'm actually letting the trolls get to me. Can't believe I'm letting it get to me. But anyhow, I don't even know why I have to explain myself, but I did. All right, so anyhow, let's get back to the topic. So President Trump, let's listen in a little bit more what's going on here.
Ever sees, but again, no further information on this. But the bigger context here is that all of this comes as the president has been escalating pressure on Venezuela's government, particularly the president Nicolas Maduro. In recent weeks, the U.S. has launched more than 20 strikes on suspected drug boats, killing more than 80 people. And just yesterday, the president said that Maduro's days are numbered, and he has repeatedly said that strikes on land in Venezuela could be coming soon. We have also in recent weeks.
All right. Maduro's days are, I mean, what's wrong with that? He's a president that is a corrupted president. He's the ringleader of these narcotics and poison drugs, as Trump says. So his days are numbered. And we have to stop this. And if it means capturing him or taking him out, let me just stop for a second here and welcome in our loyal subscriber, moderator, and sponsorship, Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. I wanted to keep Whiskey Tangos in that pin there for a second, so it's a great comment. But thank you. Welcome in, everybody. Once again, you know, we don't know what's going on with Trump. He can't tell us everything. Most presidents are not going to tell us what's going on. But for those who maybe were busy today, Christmas shopping or whatever, today, this is important. Trump took out a oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, somewhere in here, and you know, he said he'll take out more. It was a very large tanker, and I have my thumbnail showing you what it looked like, and they did an amazing job. Our troops, thank you for our troops for doing this and risking their lives, because, you know, it looks easy, like, oh, no big deal. Well, if anybody served our military, can somebody comment what I just said? It's not easy, right? You know, you're not dealing with a huge army, but, you know, any kind of missile could have been shot. So hugs right back to you, Crystal and Isabel, and we appreciate it. And thank you so very much. Appreciate your love. But you know, once again, I have Democrat friends, and I've heard it on CNN that Trump's trying to steal oil. We all know that's stupid. You know, he's not stealing an oil. All right. So, you know, look, he's not trying. In my opinion, I can be wrong. I can be wrong. He's not trying to take over Cuba. Excuse me. I don't know where I got Cuba at. Sorry about that. He's not trying to take over Venezuela. I talked about Cuba because I want to talk about Cuba on my next live. So thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. The donations. Hey, once again, thank you all. We have 481 in here. If you're new, like and subscribe. We appreciate it. We welcome. Hey, by the way, let me just pause for a second, if I could, and turn the camera around. Thank you. We hit 40,000 subscribers. Yeah, that's big, and I say thank you. 40,000 is great. And we're not going to stop there. That's all because of you great people each and every day. New subscribers, my loyal subscribers, my original subscribers. For those who don't comment or behind the scenes, that's okay. but I appreciate people like Sue, and thank you for all the gifts. And we're able to forward the money we make on here, and that's YouTube takes their cut, which they're entitled to, by the way. Yes, and I don't work for YouTube. It's a privilege to be on here and to forward that money over to the homeless and put a dent into that. So thank you so much for all your support. About 40,000 subscribers is big. I remember when I started, and anyhow, if anybody said they knew they were going to have 40,000 subscribers, I think they're lying, but I didn't know. I did this as fun, and anyhow, but thank you so much for the 40,000 subscribers. God bless each and every one of you. Today's topic, we're going to talk about what's going on here in Venezuela and Maduro, and his days are numbered. So we'll go ahead and listen to the rest of this, and then we'll discuss. I just wanted to say thank you, 40,000 subscribers. I tell you what we'll do. I was going to wait to 50, but I think we're going to have a little something on this weekend. So we'll see. Maybe a little giveaway or something like that. So, but we'll do it real soon. So thank you. Thank you so much. And Maribel and us love you right back. All right, so let's turn the camera around here and listen to, I believe this was ABC News.
Here has seen a pretty massive show of military force in the region, a big U.S. military buildup, including deploying the massive aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald Ford, into the Caribbean Sea.
All right, well, Rachel, clearly this is a major escalation between the U.S. and Venezuela. What's your reaction?
Well, this will definitely inflame tensions, and President Trump was on the phone with President Maduro last week, asking him to step down. Since the President Maduro isn't going anywhere, it definitely seems like we are inching closer to actually war with Venezuela.
Okay, so
hold on.
I mean,
let me correct her. ABC News. And a lot of these probably want to have ABC News in, but I thought Trump was talking on here. Let me correct her. I have to correct her. This isn't war. This is not war with Venezuela. We're not taking out, we're not hurting innocent, beautiful people that live there. We are helping them out. We are taking poison away from their country, certainly not in this country, and intercept it to go into Iran. This is a major world operation, China, right? Mexico, and it comes through here. And then we have our homegrown here that participates. So let's be honest, my friends. So she's incorrect. With all due respect, with her nice smile. Incorrect. It's not a war, right? We are, taking away narcotics. I call it narcotics, poison, whatever hell you want to call it. So it's not a war. If he has to take down a couple oil tankers, big oil tankers, that's good. We have a president, we have a leader who's able to do that, who's not worried about it, right? He's not going there blowing up Venezuela. He's not there. Now, he said boots on ground, but he doesn't mean boots on ground that he's going to start, war, right? So let's get that straight. I don't know why I have it on, but I thought Trump was going to talk. Let me see if I can see Trump on here. Let's see here.
State met with top members of the House and Senate Armed Services Committee yesterday. So I don't think they're planning a true land invasion with U.S. forces. I do think we may see missile strikes against particular drug storage facilities. But if he really wants to pressure Maduro to go away, he's going to need to do more than just missile strikes.
I just want to say this. I don't say this enough. Stop the spamming. With all due respect about the flag, I'm going to treat it like you really think it's backwards. It's a mirror. You know that. A live's a mirror. Whoever live you watch, whatever it is going to be backwards. In other words, my left hand, you see it as my right hand. So the flag is not backwards. But anyhow, I'll treat that as you were being respectful and a little confused. Maybe your first time on a live. But I'm going to say it very nice. We will not tolerate any of this spamming. You want to disagree with me? Absolutely. You want to say I have a big nose? Absolutely. You want to call me out? I don't care. But as far as the nonsense stuff, our moderators, thank you moderators for being here, are not going to put up with it. Okay, I can't stand ABC News. Sorry, guys. I just can't stand it. So I'm going to get off of ABC News, and again, they hate Trump. Why can't they just say, thank you? What we got here?
It was breaking news as President Trump.
I don't like that news either. I don't like that news either. What news is this? USA Today. So we listen to USA Today. Let's see what they say.
Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom introduced generations to the...
Here we go. Let's listen. I don't care what news. I want to hear Trump.
Nice to see you. Well, thank you very much. It's been an interesting day from the standpoint of news. As you probably know, we've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, large tanker, very large.
How many people on here is this is your president? Is this our president? It should be everybody. I'm not asking if you like President Trump. Listen when I say, is this your president? Not saying if you like him, but is he your president? Like Barack Obama. I didn't like him, but he was our president. I always said Barack Obama. Right. Is he your president? Yes or no?
Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening, so you'll be seeing that later, and you'll be talking about that later with some other people. Very excitingly for me and for the country, we've just launched the Trump Gold Card. It was about 30 minutes from now. The site goes up.
All right, the question was, I'll read a comment because I will try to catch comments.
We've been telling you all day about
Somebody
Trump announcing the seizure of an oil.
Somebody asked me if President Biden was my president. He was the president. The question I have, yes, I've always said President Biden. So go back and watch my lives. However, was he the president? Because this is a case where we all know he wasn't running our country, or at least he was probably running it the first 3 months. I'm being very nice, maybe 6 months, but it was run by Elizabeth Warren. A lot of people don't even know who Elizabeth Warren is. Well, let's just say Pocahontas. Look her up. And Joe Biden and Hunter Biden and Barack Obama. So it was run by a committee, Pen. So I would say they were our so-called quote-unquote president. So they respond to that. But yes, Barack Obama was a president. Was he a good president? Absolutely not. President Bush that I voted for. Was he a good president? No, but he was a president. So the question is, he's our president and he's our leader, and we should respect that and always honor that and respect the flag. And that's that. All right, so we heard Trump there. Now I'm going to go back to the troops. For those who didn't see it, let's see here. Let's see if I can get the video. Maybe it'll be something quiet. Let me see if I can get something quiet. Oh, here we go. This is 45 seconds of quietness. This is what they did. So here you go. A couple seconds, like a minute, less than a minute. Bada boom, bada bing. That's our troops in action. Look at that. Look how quick. They didn't even know it was coming. Seize the oil. Kind of crazy, huh? Look at that. Hello, you in there? Who's there? Who's in there? Cheaper gas. Absolutely. Who said that? Brandon? Yep. And goodbye. We'll see you. See you. Just like that. 45 seconds.
Welcome to Fast Food Lawyers. Can I interest you in a...
I mean, think about it. That was quick. Just like that. 3 hours ago. Off the shores of Venezuela, guys. Hey, thank you, moderators. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you to donations. Thank you for liking, subscribe. Only if you enjoy the content. We welcome everybody in here. Are we one of those mega stations? No, we are an American station because that's what it should be. Make America great again. Make American common sense again. All united together. Just like that. Bada boom, bada bing. And I have a feeling we're going to take out more large oil tankers and boats and fishing boats. And they're not fishing boats, right? Fishing boats. And take them out because of poison coming in America. And as Trump says, the bottom line is this: cut off their resources because it's going to go to Iran and it's going to cause more poison and leading into sex trafficking and operations, and we need to stop it. A lot of people say, well, we're not going to stop it forever. Oh, we're not going to stop all of it. And guess what? You're right. But this is a start. And if we can eliminate 40% of it, or 20%, or 60%, whatever it might be, it's better than nothing, right? Like our loyal subscriber would say on here, Ozzy, and many other people would say, at least he's trying, right? And when that ABC journalist, when she said it's a war with Venezuela, that's incorrect. She's just hypnotized. I don't blame her. Why should I call her out? She's hypnotized. She's look young and whatever, and she's hypnotized by all these fake outlets and all. It's not a war with Venezuela. Not at all. Not at all. We're taking out their tankers. We're taking out the poison. We're eliminating from going to other parts of the world. Back up. We're eliminating from coming to the United States of America and other parts of the world. So we can keep a healthier, we don't need anybody to lose their life over this stuff. Now, we're all going to go one day, right? We know that. We're not going to escape that and escape paying taxes. But we don't want this harm to our family members, to our neighbors, and that kind of stuff. And homeless. I'm out there, we're out there struggling and helping out the homeless people each every day. How many people are struggling and on the streets because of the poison? I like the word poison. It's crazy. And meanwhile, you got News Nation, CNN, ABC, who cannot, how many more Americans, I'll even go farther, how many more people in the world, I'm going to go farther than Trump, how many more people in this world got to lose their lives over this poison? How many? Till the Democrats stand up and say, you know what, Trump, you're amazing. Or better yet, we don't respect everything you do. I'll take that. But we like that you closed the borders. We like that you took out Iran nukes, right? We like the way you're trying to bring down, well, you did bring down gas, and trying to bring down inflation, right? And we certainly love this. We like that you are taking out these tankers in 45 seconds to a minute. And we applaud our troops that are, some are Democrats, some are Republicans, some are down the middle, some don't really care, but they do care about one thing, our troops, and that is keeping us safe. So salute. I'm going to go this way because it is a mirror. Thank you, troops and our veterans on here, for fighting each and every day for our country. All right, we got a donation here. If Trump cares about drugs, why did he pardon major drug trafficker a week ago? Thank you for the donation. Appreciate that, and we'll forward that into the homeless. Who are you alluding to? Okay, what a drug trafficking that you are alluding to? Look, Trump, bottom line, is eliminating this poison into America. He'll do whatever he takes. And if it means taking down these tankers and taking Maduro out, because for me, I'm not the president. But if I was President Trump, Maduro, well, you won't see him anymore. So, you know what I mean? So it's time that we run. We are number one. We show that we are number one. We'll always be number one. Well, we weren't number one under Biden administration, right? And we show that we're the boss, right? We are the boss. We're the boss. We run this show. That's why terrorists work. Why should we get ripped off? Why should we get ripped off? And why should people, that's backwards. Well, I'm talking about the terrorists, but why should people lose their life over this poison? And why should we get ripped off by other nations? We are in charge. Because when we're in charge, everybody does good. Everybody, every country. Almost every country. Almost every country will do well. Crazy. I want to watch it one more time. We have some new viewers coming in. We'll go ahead and put this up one more time. It's only 45 seconds. Our troops are amazing. 45 seconds. Seize the oil. It's over. Won't see that tanker anymore. Next one. But thank you. Let's go back.
Because we're using consistent tools, we have the dosing calculators and all kinds of features turned on. We're finding that we can get techs out in the field faster.
Thank you for the donation. Appreciate you. Honduras president dressed of tons of that white stuff. Cocaine. Look at this, guys. I'll slide right down there. I'll send a couple over here. Right? We'll send a couple over here. I'll blast them out over here. Have a cup of coffee. Seize their oil. I got your back. God bless the troops. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. Just like we took out the nukes in Iran. That's it. Look how quick. Other countries would still be writing how to do it. Whiskey Tango, thank you. Other countries would be figuring out what the hell to
The
do.
U.S. has seized an oil tanker off the
Now here's
coast of
CNN.
Venezuela.
Should we listen to
The US has seized an
CNN?
oil
Here's
tanker
CNN.
off the coast of Venezuela. Confirmation coming from President Trump just moments ago.
Watch
This
CNN.
also comes as the president has ordered a huge military buildup in the region and has launched strikes for months now on alleged drug boats. We're joined now by the former Air Force Secretary Frank Kendall, and we're learning details obviously
Who's this
still at this
Mongoloid?
point, but your initial reaction to learning of the seized oil tanker, what this means.
It seems to me to be an escalation of the level of pressure we're putting on Venezuela and on President Maduro. Quite frankly, I don't know where this is leading or what the overall intent is here. But this is a substantially bigger step to take than the ones we've taken before this.
To the point of trying to discern what the intent is, experts have pointed to energy as the linchpin of this nexus of countries that are adversaries of the United States in the Western Hemisphere. Cuba, Nicaragua, obviously Venezuela.
Right.
I wonder whether you think it also lends credence to the idea that the administration is specifically going after Maduro in part for his energy.
I think it's pretty clear that the intent here is ultimately to take him out of power, one way or the other. I don't know how far we're prepared to go in that direction. The force that we have in the Caribbean is not large enough to support an invasion, but it could support strikes. It's got a lot of air power, naval power, a relatively small marine force, some special operations capability. So we could be doing airstrikes, which have been implied for some time. We could be doing something in support of a coup. That's possible. We could be doing raids. We could be targeting drug facilities and so on. I don't know. It's not at all clear what the actual intent is here. It may be some hope that Maduro will just realize that the game is up and leave the country. I think that may be wishful thinking, but that's a possibility.
Looking at previous U.S. involvement in the region or in situations like this, there are cautionary tales. What's on your mind as you're thinking about this?
There's a very long history of U.S. intervention in South America, which is not a very pretty story. I've seen some of that throughout my career. Panama one time, Grenada. I don't think the force we have in this case is large enough to do an attack and seize control. Venezuela is a big country with a pretty good-sized military. But that said, I don't know where President Trump is going with this. He declared a no-fly zone, essentially, or closed airspace, which we have no power to enforce. What he intends with that? Again,
let me interrupt.
There's a lot of mystery about this, and I think it would be very helpful if the President will.
Okay. Where he's going with this. Hey, Mindspeak, thank you so much. I appreciate your donation before I even read the comment. But thank you. I respect your way of views things, and also congratulations. First of all, on the first part, thank you so much. And once again, it's not unnoticed on your support and sponsoring these lives. So with that said, thank you. Now, if any administration now and then so care for the substance of killing America, why nicotine is legal. Why is nicotine legal? So thank you. Look, I appreciate your donation. Great comment. Interesting comment. But let's get something understood here. And great comment. But look, this stuff they're talking about, I don't care if you're a left, a right, radical, whatever you might be, far right. The bottom line is this. We all know what this narcotics and this stuff can do to us. Now, yes, nicotine, for YouTube, I got to be very careful. Look, I smoke cigars, and we're going to stay on this real quick. We know what cigarettes can do, this and that, but we're talking about some of this stuff like fentanyl and the cocaine and all these drugs I can't even pronounce. You might do it one time and might not wake up. It is poison, like Trump says. And by the way, I heard Clinton, we can find a video on Clinton if you give me a minute. Clinton used to say the word poison. Other presidents have said it. You can't have it, and it's huge amount of money that goes into this, and for me, it does lead to other organizations like sex trafficking. And if we don't put a dent into it now and eliminate this from happening now, what's going to happen 5 years from now, 20 years from now? So I like that Trump is doing this. We got to be careful, but it's not a war with Venezuela. And I think before I responded to the donation, I think he was saying he doesn't know why. He is Frank I think he's Frank Kendall, former Air Force. May God bless him and thank you for his service on CNN. But he knows why he's doing it. He knows. But again, CNN's got to pay their bills. Look, he's doing it to cut off their resources and to take out a guy he's the ringleader, Maduro, behind this corrupted organization. The people there, majority of those people, they love Venezuela. They love the food, the beautiful beaches. They want to live there and enjoy a good life, But these people don't want this going in their country as well. So that's the reason, to cut off their resources. That's it. That's why we're going to take out these tankers. And I don't know if it's going to stop. I think Maduro might be in trouble. I think Maduro thinks that Trump is bluffing. How many on here think that Maduro, the president of Venezuela, is not taking our 48th president, Donald Trump, serious? What do you think? You think he's taking Trump serious? You think he'll back off? Yes or no? Or do you think he'll continue with these tankers and boats out in the Gulf of Venezuela? What do you think? You think he'll back off, or he just thinks Trump's not serious about this? When I say serious, Mustang, how are you? Appreciate you. Appreciate all the loyal scarves. I think that he's is worried. I think he is. All right, I'm going to pull out some comments, and then we'll go back to the news outlet I have on is CNN. I like to hear what every news outlet has to say, We heard ABC. But once again, if you're just coming in, I appreciate each and every one of you. 328 in the chat, 53 likes. Thank you. If it's your first time here, like and subscribe if you like the content. Thank you for those who sponsored the channel tonight. We appreciate it so much on either side. Look, it's not about Democrat, Republican. It's never been that way on here. It's been common sense. And Trump is not perfect. I've called him out. And a lot of you are probably saying, yeah, right. We never heard you call him out. Well, you can just go back to the Epstein files. And some of my conservative friends, I even heard hell from family members. Are you sure you're a Republican? Look, we're about common sense. If I have to call out Trump, I will. He's not perfect. Again, if you're new, the only person who's perfect that I know of is Jesus. Look, but Trump is there trying. And I haven't seen anything recently that he hasn't done. He's trying to keep cities and states safer, right? Even my Democrat friends in other parts of the states, in Chicago that I have, they're Democrats. They like that the ICE is there. But tonight, seizing the oil tankers off the coast of Venezuela, it's good. It's not bad, right? He's not hurting anybody out in Venezuela, right? He's not dropping bombs. And by the way, people forget how quickly we forgot that they took out Iran nukes. Think about that, right? And closing the borders. We forgot that he closed the borders. But this is important. This isn't a fishing boat. They weren't out there getting a suntan. They weren't catching salmon. They weren't catching trout. Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it? They were an organized, with Pete Hegseth, they were organized drug cartels, drug leaders, and sending it into the United States, and also going in Iran and then through Mexico. It's a whole racketeer, and we are trying to control and eliminate this poison, okay? And that's what Trump is doing, and I think you have to applaud him on this. Let's listen a little bit more on this guy, Frank Kendall, a former Air Force secretary. We appreciate his service. We appreciate all military, whether you're Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter to me. You're a stronger man or woman than I am, and we appreciate you. And we appreciate the troops. A couple 4 or 5 hours ago now already, that they went in 45 seconds to a minute or more, a little less, or within that range, and seized the oil. And what's that mean for us? It means a lot. It means a lot. Let's listen in a little bit more about this guy on CNN here.
Clearer about what he's actually trying to do here.
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are hoping that the administration would be more clear on exactly what happened with that second strike on these apparent survivors of an initial strike, suspected drug traffickers. Initially, the president and Secretary Hegseth made statements saying that they were open to footage of that second strike being released to the public. They have since...
Hey, Joe, welcome in. I thought Trump was no war president. We'll talk about that in a minute, Joe. Good to see you.
What reasons would you see for this video not being released to the public?
I cannot conceive of any reason
John,
not
thank
to
you.
release the video, other than that they don't like what's on it and don't want people to see it. What
John says, first of all, John, thank you once again. John says people should donate $1 every time somebody mentions Trump's name in the chat. Homeless problem solved. Let's go Trump and USA. Hey, John, let me turn the camera around. John, whoops. I think I lost everybody for a second, but I wanted to say thank you to John. Thank you, John.
We've had various stories about this ever since it came out. You know, it's been shown to some people on Capitol Hill, and we've got dramatically different interpretations of what those people saw. So let's all see it. I don't know of anything that could be classified that would prevent it being released. And if there was, that sort of thing could be released.
Uncle Charlie, did I disappoint you?
So we can judge for ourselves what happened here.
Hold on.
It's also really important, I think.
Sorry, guys, I got to pause it again. Uncle Charlie, what am I doing? In Italian, a scazziat. Come on, Sal. I'll say it. I'll call myself out. A scazziat, just for YouTube. Unorganized, stupid, lazy. That's what scazziat means. That was our previous administration. That's also me. Didn't put the Christmas lights up. Uncle Charlie, no excuse today. I got home early. Oh, I had an electrician come over. No excuse. Got to get the lights up behind me. Got to get them out. It's Christmas. Got them in the front. Uncle Charlie wants to see a little Christmas. No disrespect to the flag, but Uncle Charlie wants to see a little lights over here. So let's get it going. Sorry, Uncle Charlie. If we had a bet, I lost that bet.
Remember that it's not just these strikes on these two survivors. It's all of these strikes. They're all illegal. There is no war with the drug dealers. The president's unilaterally decided that he wants to have a war with them and start killing people. Congress declares war.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So we really need to put this in context of all the operations that are going on here and try to hold the administration accountable for what it's doing. I can go on and on about this, but the effectiveness of this seems to be very little. The targets that we're attacking are taking cocaine that's bound for Europe to other parts of the Caribbean. They are not taking fentanyl into the United States.
Hold on. All right. Did you guys hear? No disrespect to this military. Did you hear what he just said? Should we back it up? I don't know if everybody... Did anybody hear what he said? That fentanyl is not coming in the United States. Okay, let me just... I got to go back here. Hold on.
Rationale for...
All right.
Little. The targets that we're attacking are taking cocaine that's bound for Europe to other parts of the Caribbean. They are not taking fentanyl into the United States. So the whole rationale for this all falls apart.
Okay. So, obvious, he's saying, in his opinion, this Air Force on CNN, he's saying that fentanyl is not coming into the United States. Well, how many people, can somebody Google? I'd like to know, I don't have my laptop, my iPad, how many people here in the United States have lost their lives over fentanyl? So I don't understand that. How he said that, why he's saying that. I got to listen a little bit more. And then I got to get rid of it because it's starting to get me upset.
We've captured some people, but we didn't keep them and interrogate them or treat them as prisoners of war. We sent them back to their home countries. It all falls apart when you start to look at the details behind what we're doing here.
There are two sources with direct knowledge who told CNN that Admiral Mitch Bradley,
White Lion 111, 60,000 a year. Thank you. And I read another comment that it goes through Mexico and all, but you know, it's also in Venezuela. Okay. All right. So he's wrong, with all due respect to this Air Force.
told lawmakers last week he'd consulted with the uniformed lawyer on duty during the operation before he approved that secondary strike that killed survivors. The sources adding the JAG officer assessed it would be legal to move forward with the second strike. To give context to our viewers, though, they need to understand.
Welcome in,
that
Janine.
as Secretary Hegseth came into the Pentagon, he essentially eviscerated the top JAGs, the top legal officers, and he changed the system. The entire sort of operation of that JAG Corps is very much under fire right now. So hearing that, learning that information, how do you see that considering the broader context?
I've heard about this. I'm very concerned about this.
Your home might be worth a lot more now, but if that equity is locked up, you can't take advantage of it now. And that's the tough part.
Hey,
Your
White
equity was
Lion,
there,
thank
but
you.
you're stuck. You don't want to sell.
72,000 deaths. Wow. And with that, I got to get rid of the CNN. It was getting me upset a little bit because simply, yeah. And so in 2023, there were 72,000 deaths. Wow. Yeah. All right. All right. Read some more comments. Sorry, I was responding to my wife that TV was loud. I've gotten to the point. I'm sick of dealing with it. I don't even care where it comes from. Just make it stop. I want to live a normal life and not feel like a guardian at work. And so well said. Wow. So perfect. Yeah. I'll just add to that comment if I could that we have enough. 107,000 in 2021. Thank you, Ozzy. Thank you. I will just add to Whiskey Tango's comment. It was so beautiful said. We have enough problems to worry about sickness on our health from whatever it might be, right? And, this, that, whatever. The foods, in this, we can get in a whole nother, but we won't, to worry about what's happening. Whether it's coming through Venezuela. We know one thing. We got poison coming in, right, from Venezuela and Mexico, and it needs to stop. But you're so well said. And we got enough to worry about, from getting sick to worry about this other stuff. And this is a big part of why people are homeless. They are. People get addicted, and it doesn't, stereotype. I mean, I see people that you aren't going to believe it. I seen a guy who's a Harvard graduate, so high IQs, whatever, different parts, whites, blacks, Italians, yes, Jewish, more, all types of people. To get to my point, John, thank you so much, they get hooked to some of these drugs. Some of us, and end up not being here or on the streets and get so far, they forgot who the hell they are. So we need to work on that. We need to work on mental. So this is a good start. And we need to continue, or our next president, because this is going to be, it's going to take a while. But at least we do have a president who's trying to take out these tankers. If you're just coming in, what are we talking about? Today, the troops seized the oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela approximately 5 hours ago. He didn't steal their oil. He's taken them out. No innocent Venezuelan people were injured in any way, to the best of my knowledge. This is not a war, okay? This is an operation to protect us and to protect other parts of the world. And that's what it is. It's to cut off their resources. And he's doing a damn good job. I applaud Donald Trump, Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, Pam Bondi, Dan Bongino, Judge Janine, and the rest of them that are participating in this operation. And our troops, the troops, they have the hard work, And and by the way, they're not Republican. They're mixed up people with different views, I know I have cousins who served our country. I've had friends, and they don't even care. Some don't even care they just care about one thing, and that is protecting. And even if they disagree on the president and our president, they are taught to serve and protect our country, and that's what they're doing. And I applaud them today. It looks easy what they did. It's not easy. Risking their life. We don't know if somebody inside information knew our troops were going there. Right? They didn't know. There could have been a sniper. There could have been somebody on another boat that they missed. Thank God they didn't. And I mean, think about it, really. I'm watching it now. I'll watch it with you one last time. I mean, think about this. This was risking their lives.
Yeah! We can tell you Carl's Jr.'s new $5.99 Cali XL burger has doubled.
They were risking their lives. I mean, this is not easy. If anybody on here who served our country, who've been to Iran, Iraq, this is not easy. Obvious we're seeing a little bit, but God bless. Yeah, so pretty cool that we. And
let's track the latest as it relates to this story right here. We've been following details as the Trump administration.
Hey, I just want to stop for 1 second and acknowledge Barbara and also Lori Wagner, longtime subscribers. Hey, everyone. Hope you're doing well. We're doing well, Lori, the best we can, most of us. Appreciate you guys being here. I want to say hi to Mary and read Mary's comment if I could. It's I pray for our troops daily, as well as their families left behind. And what a beautiful comment. Thank you so much for that comment on behalf of our troops, Mary. I think it was Mary Campbell or Campbell. Thank you so much. So we appreciate all those who served. I have not, but I have, like most of you, cousins, relatives, fathers, and mothers have served this country. So thank you. This was not a tanker. Was seized by the U.S. Used to transport oil, and FBI says Pam Bondi. And today we seized their oil, and the sources were they were going to go over to Iran. Yeah, this happened off the coast of Venezuela. Also, in other news, should we talk about Jasmine Crockett? Yes or no? We're going to talk about it anyhow. Jasmine Crockett claims that Hispanic, we have any Hispanic Latinos in here? God bless my Latino friends. That Jasmine Crockett, we know who she is, right? Everybody know who Jasmine is? She says, I quote, claims that Hispanic voters are slave mentality. Are you kidding me? See, these are the type of people we have. Isn't that horrible? Just like when The View, not recently, have called out gay Caucasian. Excuse me. Was it gay Caucasian? I think it was gay, period. Anybody gay who voted for Trump weren't really gay. Are you kidding me? So this was The View, not recently. So what are they drinking? They hate Trump that much to make these, I don't know what you call them. I did not get my 5,000 dose check yet. No. Are you going to send it to me? What's going on with that? All right. What are you smoking? Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. Is that Tim? Thank you, Tim. I am smoking a Venezuela cigar. No, I am smoking a Cuban cigar. So thank you. That's what I'm smoking. I'm going to light it up. So thank you. That's what I'm smoking. That's what I'm smoking. I'm glad that somebody brought that up. It's time to light a cigar. Anybody else smoking a cigar? All right. Now, for those who are coming in late, I want to say thank you for each and every one of you, whether you're new, members. We hit 40,000 subscribers. I say thank you. Appreciate that. That's nice. Well, we're not done. We're going to continue to grow our audience. And at the end of the day, try to bring a little bit of entertainment in here. I don't always have the right answers. I've called Trump out many times. A lot of you guys are Democrats who've been following me know I have. But at the end of the day, we're able to continue our success and grow and make homelessness awareness, at least here in Las Vegas. And we're able to forward those donations to the homeless people. Like today, we helped out a lady. So many people we're helping out, and we're getting these people, some of them into the shelters that want help. But it brings us to this. When you have the poison come here and these people get addicted. Now, it's not just drugs we have a problem with. We have a problem with alcohol, of course, too. But this is a bad disease that's coming through, the cocaine, the fentanyl, and all these drugs that I have a hard time pronouncing, and not to mention your oxycodone and all these other drugs that is not good unless they're prescribed from the doctor and proceed with care, right? And we need to eliminate this stuff, whether it's coming in through Venezuela or anywhere else. And Trump, again, it showed that he is great leadership. He's not a follower, because he's the president who's doing this. With Pete Hegseth and Marco Rubio, and J.D. Vance, of course, the vice president. And we can't have it. And God bless our troops. We've been talking about this now for a little bit under an hour. And we just don't know when this stuff is going to happen. I have a feeling we're going to see more or hear more about this. Now, as far as CNN, it sounds like they were on the right track, and then they started to flip it a little bit. What's your thoughts on CNN, what they were saying, that it's not true with the fentanyl? The money they make on drugs is to fund terrorism and sex trafficking. And that is the bottom line. And it doesn't help us out at all. It actually eliminates, it hurts us and kills American people and people that are from all over the world. So if Trump's not out there taking out these oil tankers and these boats, they're not fishing boats. If he's not doing that, it's going to be worse tomorrow, next month, Christmas, 5 years from now, 20 years from now. So he's setting an example for your next Republican president, I hope for, or Democrat president. He's setting that up. Hopefully, if there is a Democrat president, it's the right moderate Democrat. But you know what I'm saying? He is teaching. He's a teacher. He's showing you on how to run a nation. And I know a lot of people on here are going to say, hey, he's done nothing good, but I would say to that he's done a lot good. Has he made some fumbles? Yes. I've said that many times. But, a few fumbles is better than an earthquake that we had from our previous committee. All right. I'm going to read some comments here. What hasn't he done for America? Our loyal subscriber and sponsor, Ozzy. Yes. What hasn't he done? Better yet. Great comment, actually. Yeah. Really. Republicans and Democrats have the same goals. Thank you for your comment. Call out dual citizenship. Thank you for your comment. I appreciate each and every one of you on here, whether you are a supporter of Trump or not supporting, but you are an American, right? And that's why I have this beautiful flag. We are all Americans, and we certainly should respect what Trump is trying to do and has accomplished, taking out these oil tankers. Now, you're going to have to excuse me for about 30 seconds here. I got to let my dog out. Come on, Max. Got my dog taking a bashad. For those who don't know Italian, look it up. For those who don't understand Italian, look it up. All right. Thank you for the donation, Sonny D44983, Benjamin. Netanyahu is the real president of the United States. You think so, Sonny? Thank you for the donation. I heard that before, Sonny, from friends of mine. Hold on, Sonny. Thank you. Had to let the dog back in. I'm not ignoring your comment. But the dog had to take up a shot and let him back in. I hear a lot of people think that he's our president. I will just say this to that comment, but thank you once again for that donation. Appreciate it. I really do. I would say this. No, we only have one president of the United States that I know of, and that's Donald Trump. But I know where you're alluding to and getting to. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what he is... how the hell did All in the Family come up? All in the Family? I didn't even hit anything. All in the Family. Oh, I know why. I was watching All in the Family. I mean, I'm looking up and I'm looking at All in the Family over here. What the hell? All in the Family. I like All in the Family. I like watching, not to get off the topic too much, but I like enjoying classic TV shows because we're not going to have those again. You know, I like it. Makes you laugh. Archie Bunker. Oh, yeah, that's why that was on there. All right. Now, why would you say something like that? I'm not even going to repeat that, you know. Anyhow, let's continue. Hey, Hey, John, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do. High five, fist bump. I really do. I say I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for those beautiful words, nice words. Thank you. Yeah. You know, wishing harmful things on people, on just in general, whether it's your family or friends or neighbor, you don't wish those kind of things, but we'll continue. All right. Hey, thank you so much for being here. We're not going to go anywhere yet. Our topic tonight is, Trump did it again, and our troops, they did it, right? Trump gave the order, tankers seized by the U.S. using transport sanction oil, the FBI says, Pam Bondi, and we will continue to take out any kind of oil tankers off the Gulf of Venezuela who transport bad poison and drugs over to American soil. It goes to other parts of the country, and that leads to people losing their lives, and also more leads to sex trafficking and a corruption. It is terrible. It's been going on for many, many, many years. A lot of us know that. And a lot of you are going to say, well, Sal, so what? We destroy and we do this. What does it do? Will it end all of it? No, of course not. But it'll put a huge dent, and it shows that we're not going to tolerate this stuff. So I like it. Of course we're not going to eliminate it all, but we can try to take out as much as we can. See, this Maduro, he is 100% behind this. So he's not a president, is that they're like, it's one thing if it was, they were doing this stuff and he tried, but he couldn't stop it. First of all, even if he was that kind of president, either way, there's two things that we say in Italian. Either you're stupid, three things. You let your guard down, or you're in on it. Either way, you got to go. So just for conversation purpose with Maduro, the president of Venezuela, even if he is not the ringleader, which he is, he got to go. Got to go. That's corruption. He's got to go. They got to capture him or whatever they have to do to eliminate poison. How many more people got to lose their lives over this stuff? I don't understand how the Democrats can't say, you know what, Trump, we don't like 80% what you do. I quote. But we acknowledge that you're helping and saving lives. Why can't they do that? I can believe it. They don't even stand when that poor little boy who was suffering from, he was suffering from, was it cancer? On the State of the Union. They didn't even stand. When I say they, Democrats, majority of them, they didn't even stand for that poor young man. If they don't respect that, I'm not surprised at this. Anyhow, it's just bizarre to me. So, thank you, Lori. Let's see. I think we should invade Mexico. That would fix the border problem and make the nice place for vacation. Think so, huh? Anybody want to respond to that comment? Thank you for that comment, by the way. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. A good comment to discuss. Anybody want to discuss that comment? Somebody said Mexico got invaded already. Let's see here. War is hell. I agree. This is not war. Mike, thanks for being here tonight. I think we owe them invasion. Yeah. Anyhow, if you're just coming in late, maybe you're Christmas shopping, maybe you're just busy. About now, 5 hours ago, maybe 6 hours ago now, they took out an oil tanker off the Gulf of, off the coast of Venezuela that was sending poison into America. And once again, the troops did it under a minute. Amazing accomplishment. Sal, just wondering. I like to add words in like CNN. What was it? Are you banned from malls and schools? Kind of funny, though. Schools, yes. Malls, no. Does that make you laugh? Yeah. Once again, Trump is doing what all these presidents, Republicans of the past, Democrats of the past, and there's some good ones, not great ones, but good ones and bad ones, should have been doing. They should have been doing this a long time ago, and they failed to do so. They failed in so many ways. And so many ways. And some that I voted for. Some that I voted for. So. Let me just ask this question. You're always taking care of business, Trump. Let me ask this question. Yes or no? Is this a war with Venezuela? Do we have, yes or no, Y or N, whichever easier for you. Is this a war with Venezuela? Yes or no? Is this a war? Did we start a war? I'm asking. Not telling, I'm asking. We got a couple yeses. We got a no. Did we just start a war with Venezuela? Hey, I appreciate everybody, and thank you for being here. We say Merry Christmas on here. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Oh, it's not Christmas yet. It's Christmas. It's getting close. Merry Christmas. I don't think so. We got a couple yeses. Jade says, we got Lori says yes. Lori, thank you for being here. Good to see you. Yeah. Right back to you, Arthur. Merry Christmas Eve. Because remember, it wasn't too long ago we weren't allowed to say that. Well, I say it, but let me read our loyal subscriber and moderator here, Mike, and welcome in, Mike, again. They were told to stop bringing in the drugs, and they didn't. So now we have to do what we have to do, and that is that. Right, Mike? And that's that. And that's what we're doing. And this, not stealing their oil. We're cutting off the resources, and that's that. Seriously. And that's what happened today, and that's what's going to happen tomorrow probably, and continue. And that goes for any country that brings in poison. Whether they're coming through air, boats, tankers, oil, whatever. We'll take them out. That's what a leader does. That's what a president does. Whether you support him or not, that's what our president does. It is common sense to do this. He's not going there hurting children or people. He's keeping them safe, them, Venezuela, and us, and every other country. And that's that. Now, drink a little Dr. Pepper. And once again, this Jasmine Crockett claims that Hispanic voters have slave mentality. Yep. Calling them slaves. Jasmine Crockett. Yep. That's what she says today. We have AOC, who hates being here, hates America, wants to be president one day. God forbid. Ayan Omar, whatever the hell her name is, like Trump says. She hates the United States, hates the flag, married her brother to come here. She probably would be unalive if she wasn't here. It's okay. You come here. You win. They voted you in. That's fine. You're a Democrat. That's fine too. But help solve and help America better. You don't have to agree on Trump on every issue. But they don't do that. They just are so surprised that we have Donald Trump running this nation, right? We don't have a Republican, because what do you mean he's not a Republican? What are you smoking? You just smoke? He's not. He just has the R there. It's common sense. He's not a Democrat. Certainly not a Democrat. He's doing the right thing. He's doing. If you're new to the channel, he's doing stuff that each and every one of us want to do. Yeah, we wanted for years to call out fake news CNN. I mean, at one time CNN was a news, but and call out garbage to other countries. Everything we want to say. at a bar, in our living room. Everything, every man and woman that would love to say, he's saying it for us and doing and saving this world for us. Again, he's not perfect, but man, and that's why the Democrats are shocked. He's not your everyday president. And I think they'll have a movie on him, and he will go down as the strongest leader, president ever, in my opinion. Unless he did something crazy to screw it up. You know? You think he could? In the chat? And think he could screw up something really bad? Some of you probably already think he did. I know I'm going to hear it. Otherwise, he'll go down as definitely the top 5. All right, I'll pull some comments out here. All right. Here we go with the flag again. With all due respect, for somebody who maybe just doesn't know, it's a mirror on lives, vertical lives, or whatever lives, right? Things are backwards, but I'll treat it like you were concerned. I'll treat it like you were concerned, but I have a feeling you weren't. All right, let's read some more. I'm trying to read this, trying to make understand that nuclear war. Yeah. But once again, guys, look. There's so much that Trump is doing behind closed doors that only a few people know. I don't think all the cabinet knows 100% what Trump is going to do. You know, that's my opinion. I believe that J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, and of course Pete Hegseth in this particular. But I don't believe, Pam, I don't think they all know exactly his attack. We certainly know. The reporters don't know. He, again, like a lot of you would say, without calling out names, great subscribers would say, Sal, he's playing chess. You know, he's playing chess. He's 4 or 5 pieces ahead. And that's what Trump is doing a lot of the times. 80% of the times. Yeah. All right, I'm going to pull a couple more comments out. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate the donations tonight. Thank you for all the memberships. Thank you so much as we hit 40,000 subscribers yesterday. Barbara, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate all new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We have plenty of short videos each and every day. More to come on helping out homelessness. We don't ask them if they're, what party they're with, if they're gay, if they're straight, if they're transgender, if they're illegal. We will help them out, struggling, whether they're coming from anywhere. They are here and they're struggling. We're going to feed them. That's what we do. That's not what the Republicans do. A lot of you say, yes, we do. It's what we should all do, is help out where we can in our neck of the woods. You know, use your own judgment and help out. And not just the homelessness, the less fortunate, your neighbors as well. That's just common sense. That should never go away. We need to bring that back. You know? Because if something was happening in your house, right, and I guarantee you a neighbor was coming to pull you out and your family out, that neighbor could be pulling out, a Democrat could be pulling out a Republican. They're not going to ask you, hey, are you a Republican? Are you gay? Are you straight? Are you transgender? No! They're going to pull you out. We all know that. Thank you. I seen that, Lori Wagner. Thank you so much. And appreciate all the donations. So, I mean, the same thing here. That's what we do. You know, I'm for coming through here legally. Let's get that straight. But we don't ask, you know. I brought a client with me the other day. Hey, Sal. With all due respect, I won't mention any names. He's on his live. He says, Sal, that guy was illegal. I said, first of all, do we know that? He says, no, but I think. I said, okay, say he was illegal. So what? And, oh, Sal, that guy wanted a beer. We don't help him out. What? He's going to find a beer anyhow. You gave him a piece of pie. That has sugar. So what? I want a pie. I'm a personal trainer. So what? You know, I don't understand the way we think sometimes. I say we because even myself, you know, come on, what's wrong with that? So that's what we do on here. So make sure you watch the short videos. Plenty of them out there. Let's continue our journey and help out as many people as we could, at least here in Las Vegas. And shout out to all the other YouTubers that are doing this and getting these people into shelters and helping them out with. I mean, I've seen some YouTubes helping them out with homes and stuff like that. That's great. You know, if it's true, I'd say some of it is fantastic. So it's a beautiful thing when we can use YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and all these other platforms, you know, to go live and put these videos that they're comfortable with and showing people and getting their I think it's a good thing. No, I think it's a good thing. It shows we're able to use that because, you know, before it was a newspaper, you know, and reading a newspaper and writing down, because there's been homeless for many, many years, right? Hey, there's homeless in that part of town and that part of town in the suburbs. It's one thing reading it, but when you can see it, it just does something, you know. Whoa, this is really going on. Wow, it's going on in Vegas, Oregon, Philadelphia, California. Gavin Newsom doesn't give a shit, by the way, and all these other parts of the world. It's a beautiful thing. It really is. So once again, shout out to MindSpeak, before I even read the comment, for helping sponsoring this. So we go high five, fist bump. We have declared, we haven't, sorry, I read that off wrong. We haven't declared war yet, but Maduro will try a hot wire, like sending a shipment to any of those countries. Interesting. And then, like Russia, I hope our troops don't fall for it. If they do, war will happen. You know, it's a fair comment. It really is. And not because you gave the donation, but it is a good comment. It really is. It's got me actually thinking. Let's read it again. What MindSpeak has said. Thank you once again. If we haven't declared war, we haven't declared war yet, but Maduro will try a hot wire, like, for an example, sending over shipment to any of those countries, you know, and like Russia, you know, for an example. I hope our troops don't fall for it. I don't think they will. I hope not either. If they do, war will happen. Yeah, I mean, if they do fall for it, to what you said, yes, that is possible. Yes. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I think our troops are way too smart, and generals and, you know, Pete Hegseth. Let's hope not. I hope not. But thank you once again for that comment and that donation. Appreciate it. We got over here. Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to say. COS, Russia, bad guy. I appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, if you're just tuning in late and you're catching the end of this, almost the end, the tanker was seized today by the U.S. This tanker was used to transport sanctions oil, according to the FBI and Pam Bondi, and there was no innocent. They went and took this oil tanker out and eliminating poison that coming in, and Trump has made it publicly to the media and to us that he's not done yet. And they'll do everything they could, and Maduro's days are numbered, meaning, you know, whether they'll capture him or take him out. He's the ringleader, and we got to stop it. And a lot of people will be tuning in and say, well, even if we do, it's not the end of it. And you're right, it's not the end. It'll be, but we can at least put a huge dent into this and set an example for other countries. You know, it's never going to go away. I always like to be positive. But, you know, if we can take out 20%, 40% of this poison, as Trump says, narcotics, drugs, whatever you want to call it, is good. It's better than 0%. Yes or no? It's better than not doing anything and sitting on your damn ass and in a suit or a tie or a dress and heels, looking pretty or handsome, and not doing a damn thing, right? It's better than doing something. I always like to try something, just like homeless. We can't help out all Vegas. You know, I can't go help out other states. I'm trying, but it's impossible. But if you try to help 5%, 1%, 10%, that's better than zero. I like that better than zero. So we got to continue to try. And Trump's not going to always be correct on some of the things he says. But damn it, he tries. All right, I'm going to pull out a few more comments here. All right. Lori, thank you so much. Appreciate you. High five, fist bump to you for sponsor. Maybe for Christmas, you can do meatball sandwiches or spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, we'll do that, Lori. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, we'll do that. Little spaghetti and meatballs. Lori, we did that. I'm hesitating. We did meatballs, but not the spaghetti, Lori. That's what we did. We did meatballs. My wife makes good meatballs. Not better than me, but we didn't do the spaghetti. We did meatball sandwiches with the rolls that we can get in Las Vegas. Anyhow, thank you, Lori. Spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah. Yeah. Any other thoughts we can do? We're doing this every day, helping out homeless, but every now and then, I get a tear in my eye. I really do. And helping this lady out today, it got to me. Yeah, it got to me. But it was really hungry. And it got to me that a troll got to me today. It said that she looked rich. Or maybe in other words, she didn't look poor. Excuse me. I don't think he said she looked rich. I apologize. She did not look poor. And I responded. I very seldom respond. But I responded with this, Mike M. My moderator. I said, does it matter? Does it matter? What is she supposed to look like? I guess because some of the homeless people that I'm helping are, dirty. They haven't taken showers. That maybe he was alluding to that she looked clean. So, but who cares? She wants food. I see her there in the corner. I walked by her. She didn't ask me for $100. I'm going to help her out. So that's my thoughts, man. But maybe I have it wrong. I don't know. I mean that. I don't know. But I don't know what you're supposed to look like. I didn't know you had to look like a certain way. But I helped this person out. Maybe he meant, I think it was a he. Yeah, she had to look dirty. All right. Lori says, I didn't look poor when I was homeless. Yeah, so there you go, Lori. Thanks for sharing that with us. And a lot of people wouldn't even want to share that. But yes, I'll piggyback on that myself as well. I never publicly said that, but yes. And that's not, that's one of the reasons. But yes, I don't know how you're supposed to look, right? But thank you, Lori, for sharing. There's many other people out there, that, they're going to do the best they can to, let's get something straight with the homeless real quick, if we could. A lot of people think they don't work. Let's get something straight. Some people are getting Social Security, have a P.O. box, and some do work. We're getting off topic here, but it's important. I'm making a point. But they can't afford rent. It's so high. They lost loved ones. And they have a certain amount of money. And they live in shelters, and they live in a tent. They can't rely, or they don't want to bother a family member. So they do work. I met many of them. Hey, drop me off some propane. Drop me off my food in my tent. I said, where are you going to be? And we're going to be working. I work at Portisub. I work at Walmart. I work here. I work there. I'll be back tonight. So. But regardless, we need to continue to help. Yeah, there's no reason that rent should be higher than mortgage. Not right. Can't have it. Cannot have rent higher than mortgage. Talked about this many times with subscribers on here, on the phone. And talked about this with family members and friends. Rent should never be higher than mortgage. Lewis says, blame your governor. I do blame him, Lewis. And I voted for him. And he's Italian. And by the way, Lewis, I'm going to kind of surprise you. I've called him out. And he's Republican. I've called him out. Embarrassed him. Embarrassed my wife. What are you doing? We voted for him. I don't give a shit. Look, just because this is what's wrong with our nation. Thank you for putting that in there, actually. Thank you. Just because you vote for a governor, a mayor, or a president, why not call him out? How are they going to do better? Call myself out. Plenty of times. So, but you're right. But it's not all his fault, you know. But yes, it's on his watch. He's the governor. And the past governor, who was worse. Sisolak here in wow, what a Scotsy eye that guy was. He almost had me arrested, that guy, the old governor. He actually wanted to arrest me for doing nothing, for calling him out. All right, anyhow, enough with that. These politicians don't care about us. A title and a little power changes people. Yeah, Justin, I'm hesitating, Justin, but majority. But not all. Not all. What's going on in New York? Justin, you're probably going to disagree with me, but I don't think Trump does. Let's see here. Rick Young, rent is so high. It is high. Kids got to move back in with me. It's out of control. And I've talked to landlords, friends with me, Republicans and Democrats, and they agree. So we got to do something on that. It's in Vegas. When I moved here in '99, it was like $600 a decent place, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bedrooms. It's now 5 times higher. So we got to do more. And that's not all Trump's fault, by the way. You know, that's just, you know, we can go on and on. Obvious the previous administration, but yeah, the governor's fault, you know, city council, the mayor, greediness, landlords. Everybody wants to make nothing. If you're a business or a landlord or anything, there's nothing wrong from making a profit. We should. We work hard, damn it. Doubling. But don't rape people. Don't rip people off. So you got to live with that. So that needs to be eliminated as well. And that's for all. So we need to eliminate. You know, make money. You know. But let's not quadruple. Let's not the way to go. Hey, Jacob, how are you? I'll read a few more comments here, guys. Thank you so much for being here on this Wednesday. I forgot what day it is. I worry about that sometimes. Forget the days. Wednesday. Been busy, guys. My boomer parents spoke up. All right. But yeah, a lot of things are causing rent. So let's see here. Landlords shouldn't exist. Interesting. Thank you for your comment. Interesting comment. All right. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off in about 2 minutes, but I'd like to give everybody about 2 minutes to say their, for those who are going back and forth in chats, whether you're agreeing or disagreeing, to say their goodnights. Nothing wrong with boomers. Not a damn thing. Thank you, my memberships. I really mean this. I know I say it a lot, but I really mean it. Thank you for the memberships. It's not unnoticed. Thank you for all donations. Thank you for each and every one of you who's new. Thank you, trolls. Thank you for the support and the YouTube algorithm. We appreciate all. Look, we all can't just... It's getting late. We all shouldn't have to agree. It wouldn't be... Ardell, how are you? We don't always have to agree. You know, whether it's two conservatives, two Democrats. But one thing's for sure, I like what Trump is doing as far as this goes here, and taking out these tankers and seizing them. It's a great thing. I feel very comfortable. And God bless each and every one of you. Stay safe, guys. Merry Christmas to everybody. And I will be back live at some point again, either tomorrow or Friday. Once again, thank you for all the support on the homeless. God bless if anybody real quickly is struggling, whether you're homeless or struggling with a bill, struggling, maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe you're just unhappy. It doesn't hurt to think positive. Better days will come. Stay positive, my friends. Stay strong, you know. Have faith in yourself, and good things will happen. God bless each and every one of you. Take one day at a time. God bless. I'll see you on the next live. Thank God we have a leader. Take care. I'm out. Good night, John. All right, John. Sorry. Good night, John, boy. Good night, guys. Have a good night. Take care, guys. Got to watch the Waltons. I haven't watched the Waltons in a while.